we have housing committees around the state, and when we were thinking about what next one to open, we were in conversation with Delegate White Holland, and she said, Tim, we really need one in Baltimore County. And she had some personal experiences that led her to that. And since then, she has been really a champion for us, not only in Baltimore County, but statewide. So let me introduce Delegate White Holland.
Thank you, Tim. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I really do appreciate your presence, of you trekking through the ice and the snow and the cold for you to make your way to Annapolis, where we are in the midst of our 90-day session. And I am so very pleased to be joined with our Speaker Pro Tem, Delegate Luke Klippinger from the Fighting 46th District in Baltimore City, who you will hear from momentarily. But welcome to Annapolis. I'm Delegate Jennifer White Holland. I have the pleasure of representing the 10th Legislative District in Baltimore County, which includes parts of Owings Mills, Randallstown, Reisterstown, all the way south to Hillthorpe, really, and Arbutus, and everywhere in between. And really, my presence today speaks to a lot of the personal experience that I've recently witnessed back in 2024. This was before I had my baby girl Riley, right? So I got to think before and after the baby came, right? But before baby arrived, there was a constituent of mine who unfortunately was unable to make it today, but she was displaced. She is a wheelchair user, and it broke my heart to witness her belongings to be thrown out and to be dehumanized and to be disrespected, and recognize that there was a great need in which that she had, and despite all the touches of participating in all of these community waivers, making sure that she could be independent in her own community, yet there was a breakdown within our systems and processes that failed to make sure that she was able to maintain her housing. And so I've had some limited experience in working with our Maryland Center for Development of Disabilities when I was an intern so many years ago. But even with that, there was nothing like the experience that I had in working with Naisha and working with her partner, who also has disabilities, to really see and witness what this meant to them and the impact in which that it had to find a place where they had to store their belongings, to then find permanent housing. And for almost a whole year, fighting day in, day out, week after week, month after month, to try and find a place for her and her partner to live, to make sure that the services that she received could be safely provided in their home. And so now they have permanent housing, which I'm pleased to share, but it is still really important that we identify those macro level issues that then led to that breakdown. And so I'm really grateful that we now have a coalition that we started in Baltimore County, where we're bringing stakeholders together. And for those of you that may live in Baltimore County or may know of people in Baltimore County, just encourage you to encourage them to get involved with this county committee, to ensure that we're working at the county level, but also working with statewide partners to ensure that we are passing policies that are reflective of inclusive, accessible, and affordable housing for everyone, and especially for our communities that desperately need it, so we can remain, and the people that need it the most can be independent in their own communities. That's what this is about. And so I'm really grateful to be working with Maryland Inclusive Housing, and being a new champion in this particular space, but also recognizing the great work that many others have done, and want to honor the great work in which that you all are doing and continue to be champions and advocates for that.